Good evening everyone. The new character Fuck'em Rom releases tomorrow on the 24th, but Namco have released some of their pre-com in the shape of a pre-balance patch. A bunch of characters were changed, but only one that I really care a lot about. But it is Miguel and he has been buffed, so as you know that makes me very happy. He's gotten some pretty cool changes and I want to talk about them here. The first one and most dramatic one is his new and improved rage drive. So Miguel had a pretty shitty rage drive in the past. It's been buffed before, but I think it's finally been brought to a place where it can be seriously useful. So the way it's going to work now is you get double spin on it, similarly to how you can use like Elisa's new rage drive for that. So I can spin geese using this move, and then I still have access to my combo spin. And I can do the exact same thing like this, for example, and spin with a normal spin move and still have access to this. So basically it extends the wall carry potential and damage potential of all of your combos when you have access to rage, which is really cool. But then there are also a bunch of options where Miguel really wants to use his rage drive. For example, this situation, and it's like the only way to get a good combo. And so all of those situations have been improved thanks to this change. I think really the best change overall is the fact that just hitting with the rage drive itself is really powerful now. I mean, this is a long range, really good mid, and now that it's going to lead to serious wall carry and high damage, it's just a very good move to attempt whiff punishes with when you're in, you know, rage at the end of the round. Very, very good. So I've been messing around with it for a couple of minutes. I haven't found all the combos. I bet this stuff is going to be optimized in the next few days. But for example, if you hit with the rage drive in the middle of the screen like this, and you're looking for the wall, you can do stuff like this. And as you can see, that's going to allow you for really high damage combos now for just hitting with the rage drive itself, which is great. Let's talk about a couple of those situations I mentioned earlier where you really want to use the rage drive to create combos. The famous case is the down back one, which is Miguel's sort of mini combo low launcher, but it becomes a full launcher when you do have access to rage, and you can do this to make that happen, right? So what I recommend for many of these combos, what I found was the easiest, is to just go for 4-4-3 straight after the rage drive spin to double up on damage, do like a simple combo. It's really reliable. And you can do stuff like that and get full combo damage. Another thing that you might not know, not everybody who plays Miguel does, is the fact that you don't actually have to do the while standing for after down back one here. You can, if you're fast, actually just crouch cancel and go straight for the rage drive. And if you do, you have the option of using savage up 4-3 into 3-4 for your spin, which is also really good damage. So for example, you can do this. And that's also going to allow you for like a lot of carry and a lot of damage. So really cool change to this situation as well. I think it's made this move more dangerous, even though it is very risky and not something I recommend you abuse with the character. Another situation that is kind of rare is full crouch down 4-4 on hit. If you do a very clutch crouch cancel here, which takes some practice like that, you can get full combos with this as well. You have to really deep dash, but as you can tell, that's some seriously high damage with that as well. So all of those situations are improved. And then the combo I showed in the beginning, something I think a lot of Miguel players are going to be very happy about, is the fact that this improves your combo capabilities off of Magic 4, which is like a favorite move of many Miguel players that was nerfed in Season 3. But now it's gotten some of its power back. It's not as good as it used to be, but for example, you can do what I showed in the beginning, which is Cyclone Slap, and then you can step to the left and do this to realign your combo. And look at that, you can get some serious damage for hitting with that now. But another option you can do if you have time to practice is you can hit with the Magic 4 and then just do the rage drive right away. And after that, you can, for example, do a deep step to the right, do a manual savage transition, and spin with 3-4. I think that's going to be maybe the big boy combo. But there are a bunch of different options. But just a really easy to start with that I think works really well is just really Cyclone Slap, step to the left, rage drive, and then, you know, whatever you want for the ender. But you can get, you know, 60 plus damage now, which I think is super solid. So cool changes to the rage drive. I think it's one of the better ones now, so that's great. The other two changes are not as major. Let's turn off Rage for now and talk about them. So the first one is just a flat damage buff to your Savage down back 3. It's going to do 23 now. This was also nerfed in Season 3. So they're kind of backpedaling on some of the nerfs that they gave Miguel, but they're not bring them back to where they used to be. They're changing different aspects. So this, they just gave you more damage. This move is already like fantastic. I used to call it Miguel's best move. I used to really believe that it was, but now it no longer forces full crouch. The frame data is not as good as it used to be. But it still has massive range. It's gonna track pretty well, great counter properties, and it still is just a fantastic mid from Savage. And the extra 3 damage isn't gonna change the move much, but it's just a nice little bonus when you do use this move. And you do use this move. It is great for this character. You can go into manual Savage from way downtown and threaten people with this. So it is a great move, and yeah, the damage is nice. The final change, and this one I think is pretty cool as well, is let's go back to the wall. So you have 2 spin moves with Miguel. Back 4, famously very good because, it's high power, it's got armor, it's got good range, it's mid, but it is punishable. The other one you have that I actually really liked was 1-4 from Savage. I really like this move. It caught a lot of people, and this move is punishable. Let's turn on the frame data. I'm pretty sure it's -10. It's been a while since I used this character now. I'm really looking forward to getting back into it. Here we go. Yeah, so -10, but it has some pretty serious pushback as well, so you actually very rarely get punished for using this wall bounce move. But what they've done in the new patch is basically made the 1-4 here natural. So you can see that Geese is set to, well, if you read Japanese, I'm sorry, I always say that, it's so stupid. But this is second option, all guard, and it means this is a natural string now. So it's just made a move that was really good already for wall bounce even better. I mean, this is going to catch all kinds of people. I mean, the 1 here is so incredibly fast, right, out of Savage, that this is what you use to keep a lot of people honest from Savage. So when you don't need to be at the wall. I mean, keep that in mind. You don't need to be at the wall for this move to be fantastic. You can use it as the really high-powered option to keep people honest and keep them scared from swinging into Savage. And that's more difficult to do now that this move, which you used to really discourage people from like jabbing with, has been nerfed. So yeah, it's a giant chunk of damage, and even if you get blocked and the pushback doesn't save you, it's only -10, which is not that much at all. So I think this move is fantastic right now. And at the wall, I always recommend for the wall bounce combo 1-4 into Savage 2. It tends to work really well. And if you do like get an angle or something like that, so you get a little bit more space before the wall splat happens, you can actually convert it into full wall combo and get even more damage. So a really good option, what I recommend for wall bounce combos with Miguel. So 3 nice little changes. I think they're fun. They're not going to be, the big change that propels this character up the tier list and makes him fantastic. It's just a nice little package of help for people who are already playing him, but I think they're really going to enjoy it. And I think you'd be surprised just how much mileage a player, rather, who is good with frame data can get off of this Savage 1-4 specifically. But yeah, cool changes. Let me know what you found. Let me know what other combos you want to recommend. I'm going to be playing all night and having fun with Miguel. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to look at Fuck'em Rom together, learn some combos with him. So yeah, having a lot of fun right now. I hope you guys are as well. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you again very soon.